Hello everyone and welcome back. Doing this video, I was on the fence on whether to do this video, but I decided, let me go on and do this to just show the modeling community. This is a model kit, and let me lower it down a little bit. This is a kit that Chris Cortel built that I don't know how many of you in the modeling community has ever seen. He did do a video of him building this, and he said in the video he's making this for a friend. And how this all came about was I'd gotten this kit. This is a kit from Pegasus Hobbies, Pegasus Models. It's a 1/48 scale of the Martian War of the Worlds Martian War Machine. And I contacted Chris, and I don't know if there's just something wrong with my brain or what it is. I just cannot, no matter how many times I try, for the life of me, I cannot do the LED lighting and all that kind of stuff in model kits. I just can't do it. So I had asked Chris if he could possibly do it for me. And he had asked me, he says, well, how far along are you with the kit? I said, I haven't done anything. Because I'm still trying to figure, and trying to mess around with lights and stuff to get them to work. And I just don't understand it. I can't get it done. So it's just basically sitting in the box. I haven't even touched it. And he said, you know what? He goes, I'm looking for something to, put up for video-wise, something different I haven't done for a while. He says, send it to me. He goes, I'll put it together for you. And I said, well, you want some money for that? He goes, no. He goes, it'll give me something to do. He says, I love doing stuff like that. And I've never worked on it. And I always liked the War of the Worlds movie. He says, so send it out and I'll do it. I'll be interested to see, how it turns out and all that. So I said, okay. So I sent it out to him, and he did make a video of building this. But then he moved to Vimeo. He moved from YouTube to Vimeo. I guess because of all the drama going on with YouTube, he moved, and he lost all that content, all that video content. Then he came back to YouTube, and he had some video content that he had put up with his classic rewind videos. And he just didn't have footage of him making this. So I don't know how many people, some of you might remember when he was making this, but this is a Chris Cortel model. Everything about it. He put it together. He built it. All I did was send him the model kit. He did everything for me as a friendship, built for me. And it's one of my most favorite models, and he did such good work on it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to get a light, and I'm going to show you how he painted this bottom part where it looks like the earth. How well and how good he painted it, where you can see clouds and landmass and stuff like that. You can already see some of the writing here, War of the Worlds and all that. But I'm going to try to shine a light so that you can see it, because I can't take it off to show you because of the wiring. And I don't want to mess with it. And then I'm going to show you the lighting, and then he also put a sound to it. So bear with me. I'm going to be cutting this video here and there because I'm going to have to move the camera around and stuff like that. So just bear with me and watch it, and at the end we'll set it back up the way it is now. I'll turn the lights off and show you it with the lights on, and then we'll turn the lights back, or the lights off, then we'll turn the lights back on again, and we'll take a good look at it again. So, okay, bear with me now. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are. We are back, and here's a nice close-up of the War of the Worlds sign to show you what the model is. And you can see the globe there. If you look at some of these things that you can see, as much light as I can get on it, you can see the clouds over the ocean water. And I'll bring it on this side. There's some land mass there, and here you can see more clouds. So he was able to give a light spray with the clouds. There's some land mass. And let me bring you around here. Here's the big portion of land mass. So you can see where he's got clouds over the land mass, over the planet Earth. And all that, so you can see how good of a job he did with that. I mean, it looks absolutely like a globe that you would buy from a store. That's how, good he made it look. And let me put it down here and get a different grip angle. It's hard to get a grip angle of it and show light at the same time. Here's the other side of it. And then here's the two buttons that work things. So yeah, that's the landmass stuff that he did. Here is, if I can hold it up, here's looking at the model. It's hard to hold because I'm trying to be gentle too. Here's the back of the model. It's not a lot to this kit, to build the kit. Building the kit is easy. The hard part is wiring it. And he was able to wire it so you don't see any wires. If you notice, you see between my fingers, there's no wires. You don't see them. Maybe up at the very end there, you'll see some wires going in. That's it. He was able to get them in there. And there's the bottom of it. So you can see the three, green lights at the bottom and all that kind of stuff. If I turn those on, they light up. So those green lights at the bottom light up, if you remember the movie. And then here's just the top of it. That's as far as that'll sink in. It doesn't go in so that it's level. And even if it does, I don't want to force it. I don't want to, because I don't want to break it off. It's a delicate piece. And then there's the head arm and the eye that would shoot out that laser blast and all that. And then you see the light here on the front. I guess their front windshield, you would call it. And then you'd have the lights on the side. So that's it. So that shows you the planet and all that kind of thing. So let me put this back on the stand, and then we'll do some other things that, we'll turn the lights on so you'll be able to see. You saw the bottom of it, and then you'll be able to see, the top lights, and then we'll do the sound that he did. And we'll be able to see all of that. So let me get that together. Hold on. Okay, we're back again, and I just have this little handheld lights. I turned all the lights off. So I am going to turn this light off. It'll be black, and I'm going to turn the lights on for the Martian War Machine, and then I'm going to turn the sound on, and you'll get to see. And then after the sound finishes, we'll turn the lights back on, and we'll take a look at it and do the same thing, only with the lights on. So, here we go. There's the green lights on. You can see them shining down on the planet. You can see the very ends. So now I'm going to turn on the sound. So hopefully you'll be able to hear this. And that's it. So let me turn the lights back on here. I'll leave these lights on. Let me turn this other light on. So okay, there it is again, where you can see the lights with all the lights on. You know, it's hard to see the little points on the end, but you can see this nice green windshield. And when you press it, if you notice this light up here that's red, when you hear the first sound, the until it shoots, you'll see it'll be like a light red, and then when it shoots, it lights up a brighter red. So we'll do the sound over again. You can see it blinking. It's blinking slightly. And that's how Chris built it. And I think he did a tremendous job. And I keep this in a case that I bought that's actually made for a football. It's one of them glass cases that you can buy for like a football that may have been from a game, or you know, from a college game, or your kid's football game, or a pro game that you could, you know, put that football in. Maybe it's been signed and all that. That's where I keep it. So it doesn't get dusty and all that. And I actually keep the batteries out. It takes 3 AAA batteries that are underneath of the globe. And I take them out because I don't want the batteries to, you know, explode or leak or anything like that. So I keep it out, and it's just for display to look at. And I've had he did this quite a few years ago. Quite a few years ago. Must have been 5, 6 years ago, maybe more, that he had built this model for me. And it just shows, you know, his generosity and things, just the way that he was. So I just thought, let me show this and let the community see a model that maybe you have never seen that Chris Cortel built. And I'm proud to say I have and I own a model that Chris Cortel worked on and built. And he did it for me. And I'm proud to say that. I also want to show in this video the last, and I have it because he told me exactly what he used. So that's what I got. And I'm going to put this away and I'll show you that. The last tip. He left the modeling community with an absolutely great tip. And that's using the resin from his 3D printer, the leftover resin. He used that as a filler on the Cyclops model. And he told me what that, I talked to him and he told me what he used and all that. So I have the same UV light and the exact same liquid resin that he used. He told me what color and everything. So I'll show you what that is. So just in case anybody's interested, that's going to be, at least for figures, that's going to be the best way to fill gaps when you're putting figures together where you don't have to sand. So I'll put this away and we'll be right back and I'll show you what that is. So that in case anybody wants to use it or try it, you can get it. And it's really not that expensive. So we will be right back. Okay, and we're back with the tip that Chris had left us with when it comes to the resin and using it to fill seams. This is what he told me that he used in that Cyclops video. So I gotten the same thing because I have a lot of figures that I want to do. Some are resin, some are plastic. It'll work on both. And I have that exact, you've seen in the video, that exact same Cyclops. And I will test this out. I know it's the same thing, but I'm going to test it out anyway. I just have to get those micro brushes. I don't have any of them. So I want to get those. But here's the bottle that it comes in. So I'll bring it up close. And it is water washable photopolymer resin. And it's in ceramic gray. It has a UV wavelength of 405. I don't know what mm means. And then there is an expiration date. It's good from December 15th, 2022 till December 14th, 2024. And the way that it comes is it doesn't come in ounces. It comes in grams. So he told me, he said, get the small bottle. So I got the small bottle. Well, this is the small bottle. And I looked it up. The small bottle is like 7.5 ounces. When I looked up, grams to ounces, on a Google search. So it's roughly 7.5 ounces. And so this is, that's what I got, is this. Because he doesn't show the bottle on his videos. And it came in just this cardboard box. And it has instructions, shake well and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff on it. It's from this company. You can look it up. So, and then I got the light, the next torch, CTUV, it's 405 UV LED NM wavelength, which is what this takes, 405. And here's the light. And this is like the exact same light that Chris has in the video if you can see it. You can pause the video and you can see it, but this is what he told me. And you just click up the top and it shines a blue light. So it's a UV light and it will cure the resin. And here I put some in a little cup and it looks exactly the same as what he was using on the video. So I think that's a great tip because it is water thin. Excuse me. It does say to be careful not to get it on your skin and to wash it off and watch for irritation. There's no smell. I don't smell anything. And I've read in comments with different resins that there's a strong odor. I don't smell anything. Maybe it's because it's just a little bit. So I'll use this. I'm going to try it out. I'll build the head of the Cyclops, and I'll use this, and we'll see how that works out and stuff like that. I'm not really going to join any tribute builds because I've done a lot of tributes to Chris, over the years. And in fact, I made that video that I talked about in the beginning of this video. So he got to see that. So I'm just going to build this stuff, and I'm looking at it as every time I build a figure or any other model, when I make things look like wood or just using acrylic, craft acrylics or acrylic paints, even the airbrushes that I have, because Chris was a very big influence on me on my model building. There were a lot of YouTube, builders are a big influence on me, but Chris just happened to be one of the biggest. And, I just wanted to point this out in case anybody wants to try this, or if you want to wait for me, I'll try to get that head at least built and see how things turn out with that. I'm pretty sure this is the right stuff because this is what he told me to get. So that's what I got. I wish it came in a smaller bottle because I think it'll go out of date before I get to use it all. But so that's basically what's going on. And that's the light comes, I think I already showed that, but this box, which you can't see. And all this stuff came from Amazon. You don't see the box on Amazon. So, but they say in all the comments, this is the best one to get, that it actually does have the 405 nm UV wavelength. Other ones say that they do, but actually don't. And people have had problems with their resin curing. So that's why I got this. So we're going to give it, a try, and we're going to see. So that's what I'm going to do. And, yeah, my tribute builds will be, everything that I build, I learned a little bit of something from Chris. And I've learned it from multiple, YouTubers. You name it, I've learned something from them. That's what makes this community so great. It's just Chris happened to be the one. He was the first one that I started learning from, and he's the biggest influence I'd had for me. So, all right, thank you all for watching. I know this video has been long and it's been put into a couple different pieces, but I wanted to get that, that stuff in. I wanted to show that model kit, and I wanted to show that this is the resin, and this looks to me, it is what he said. It's exactly what he told me to get, and if you look at it, it's the same color as what you see on his last two videos and all that. So it has to be the same. It has to be. It's water thin, it's the grayish, it just has to be. So we'll check it out, and I'll let you know. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing a lot of your tribute builds and all that. And we'll see you in the next video. After I give this a test, I'll show you. So, all right, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.